Hello followers and welcome back to MrMFretwell Plays Minecraft, and we are here today in the zombie grinder, but we're not going to be doing any enchanting. I've just been down here doing a little bit of work on my different tools and such. But let's take a look at what I have now. So, I can't remember exactly where I left off at the end of last episode, but I do know that I showed off the Efficiency 5 tools, but I now have a brand new bow. We have Rogue Shot, Unbreaking 3, Infinity 1, Flame 1, Power 5. I was going to make another bow. Where is it here? Last Man Standing, but I couldn't put Infinity on it. It was too expensive. I do have an Infinity bow somewhere. I think I actually used it. This was Unbreaking 3 and Infinity 1. I had a Flame book, and I made up a Power 5. And put it all on this bow, but couldn't add Infinity to this, so it's kind of a good backup bow if I happen to die, but obviously it is going to need arrows. I think we've already seen all of these. I also made myself a new sword. We have a Zapper, Knockback 2, Sharpness 5. So I enchanted a sword with level 30 and I got Knockback 2. I had a look around and I had a ton of Sharpness books and some Sharpness 3s in this chest and stuff like that. So I steadily upgraded it to Sharpness 5. And that does a fair bit more damage than this, so we're going to swap that out and we're going to put this in. We've already seen all of these. I was in the process of repairing my Silk Touch pick, but I felt that this was a good time to kind of bring ourselves back in here. And I haven't done anything with the armor since last episode. 3 pieces of protection 4 and a piece of projectile protection 4. Full of zombie flesh, so I'm just tossing any zombie flesh I have on the cactus now, because I don't need any more of it. Getting a steady supply of different materials and bits and pieces here that we will be able to use. So, we are on normal difficulty. And let's head up here. Now, in today's episode, I have a project that I want to work on. I've got an idea, and I would like to try it out and see how good it is. What time is it? Oh, it is daytime. Oh, everything's out here. Fun. Everything is out today, which is not good. So, we're going to look at a couple of things actually today. Let me get some stuff out here. Fortune pick. So I want to show you a cool little trick that you can do with your crops. And we're also going to grab some coal blocks. Let's just grab 2 stacks here. And we'll take a look at that in a moment too. So, I'm going to show you a cool little trick you can do to kind of maximize your crop outage. This works with carrots, potatoes, and seeds from wheat. So, if you break a crop with a fortune pick, you get more drops, but, see right there I got 5, it doesn't use any durability on the tool that is enchanted with fortune. So, really good idea if you want to get lots of a certain crop. So here we go. I'm just going to do this on potatoes for right now, as that's really what I need. And in this little plot that we have here, I've got over 2 stacks. So I think I started with like maybe 3 or something like that. But really good way of maximizing your crop yield. Obviously, in our farms over there, we're not going to be able to do that because it's all going to be done via water. But if you do need lots of food in a hurry, then this can be a good idea. So, now that we've took a look at that, we're going to head up to the lab today, and we're going to work on that a little bit more. So, in today's episode, we are going to be working on some abstract art. And what I mean by that is, in the lab here, is that other Skelly still around? I know he's around, but I'm worried. No, it doesn't look like it. In here, we have the quartz, and we're using a lot of quartz. We have still this left, but we have an awful lot of nether quartz to make, and this is only the first floor of the lab. So what I would like to do is I would like to take up some of this quartz so that we can use it for other projects and add in some abstract art. Now, what do I mean by abstract art? Well, we're going to use coal blocks as a border, and we're going to put in like patches of hardened clay, and it's going to probably be squares and maybe some other shapes, you know, oblongs. Well, I guess it's a rectangle is a 2D shape. Oblong is the 3D variant of that. And we're going to see how it looks. And this is only obviously going to be on the first floor. The second floor will all be quartz, but we should be able to save a decent amount of quartz this way, and at the same time, we'll be able to recover some and also get something that looks pretty cool too. So we're going to give it a try. We're going to map out some shapes using the blocks of coal first, and then I'm going to pick and choose some hardened clay colours which might look good in the floor. And then maybe after that we will work a little bit on the actual lab structure itself and maybe try and get the second floor in, maybe. We'll have to see. Just see how time runs. So, let's see here. We've got this entrance. I kind of don't want to touch the entrance too much, but I do want to add some shapes. So, let's see here. Just kind of mark out some sort of just shapes. I'm just kind of messing at this point, just doing random lines in the quartz, just to see what we might be able to come up with. Let's add one in here maybe that connects up to this perhaps, and let's put a line in across here. I think that this will look really cool when it's done. So we're separating out shapes essentially at this point. What do we want to do here? Let's try that. I feel as if this is a bit maybe too big. I don't know. We'll see. We've got this up here. Now, let me see. See, we're getting loads of quartz back, which is great. I don't want that all to be in one straight line, actually. So let's knock it through to here. I'll put this back. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Guess we'll connect that up. Whoops. There we go. What else have we got on this side? I do still feel in some ways that this is a little on the big side, so we may do something with that further down the road. So let's add in the coal blocks. Now these go really well with quartz and clay, which is why we're using them. They are a little on the expensive side, but coal you see plenty of, and I could go coal mining. There's extreme hills over that way and just take my fortune pick, and we would be probably in not bad shape just by mining out coal veins. That would be pretty easy to do, so if we need to, I will do that, but I think we're going to have enough to do this little project for sure, because they're only used for outlines anyway. All of this where the quartz currently is, inside these lines is going to get ripped out and replaced with a variant of the hardened clay. So, ooh, wow, we've already blitzed through a stack. Let's see here, and what have we got? I do want the majority of it still to be quartz though, but I do kind of like this idea that we've got, like this pattern. I want to keep the shapes fairly straight. I don't want to make lots of bends and twists and turns everywhere, if I can help it. May need to go and get some more coal blocks. Let's see what we're looking like here. We've kind of got some basic shapes going on. Oops, I want to try and do something with this here. That might make that a little small, actually. Let's try something different with that. How about this? How much quartz have we recovered? Almost a stack and a half of quartz blocks, so that's pretty good. Yeah, that looks a lot better, I think. Let's see. Put that around the edge here. Pretty cool stuff. We're going to kind of have a theme of quartz running around the edge. We're still going to have that. Not looking too bad. And we'll continue this off into the other side. I'll probably work on it a little bit off camera and get the final layout decided. I don't really want it to touch the edge. I kind of want the quartz theme to be around the edge here. But let's continue on mapping things out. And I am going to need, obviously, the extra coal blocks that I have saved up. And man, I kind of wish I'd have brought that half a chest of silk touch coal with me now from the fort, but never mind, I guess. It will be fine. So we're in pretty good shape here. We just need to kind of finish this off. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. What was that about? Not enough coal? I have actually got to go coal mining as I'm running really low on coal. But while I'm doing this, there is one thing I want to talk to you guys a little bit about. Just a little bit of news slash cool stuff alert. I actually donated to the map render website, MinecraftWorldMap.com, and now we have better map renders. So if you look at the world download and you're interested in that, there is a map render there now with more zoom levels. It's got sign support, chest support. I could add a texture pack if I wanted to, but I don't play with a texture pack, so it doesn't really make too much difference. But there is that there. Oh boy, I'm out of room. What can I drop? Can't really drop any of this stuff. It's all pretty useful to me. Bone meal, I guess. In fact, no, I don't have many bones. Well, one piece of coal. Cobblestone, I don't need that. And let me drop the bed here. So yeah, we have the better map render now. Well worth the donation money, I felt. And what did we not pick up there? Because apparently I have everything now. We're obviously missing something somewhere. Bone, well, I guess not. Something must have stacked. Not sure what that was though. We'll have to see. So yeah, just one little notification I wanted to throw out there about that. Really cool stuff going on there. Well worth checking out. You can actually see up close now the fort, the lab. Well, what started of the lab, I guess. You can see underground. You can see the spawners and the grinders and everything I've built in my world here. So that's really cool. I've had a lot of good feedback about that already, but I did want to let anybody know who does not follow me on Twitter or through any other type of medium. So yeah, back to collecting coal. Hey, at least I can repair my pick now. Okay, so I have completely finished off the sketch here that I have into the ground with all the coal blocks. That's one thing I'm going to have to do a little bit more of, apparently, is go coal mining. I'm going to have to run around the extreme hills and kind of build up my coal supply, as I want to use these for other projects, and I blitzed through everything I had already, so that's not good. So, we can put you away now. I don't know why I'm still carrying those around, particularly. Put these dyes away here. And we'll keep the quartz handy. Put the bed back down, as we're back here now. So as you can see here, I've collected a bunch of different quartz colours, and the reason I collected these together was to try out different colours in the floor. I guess we don't really need any of those things right now. Now, with this abstract art, we are going to take out this load of quartz, for example. Let's pick that up, and we might want to make this one red, for example. So we fill it in with red here. Now, the lamps are probably going to go in with the coal blocks. And then maybe we want to make this one yellow. So we make this one yellowish in colour. And why don't we have some of the purple over here. So we're going to have purple. There we are. And maybe we might want to make this one blue. Gonna get a lot of quartz back from this. Thank goodness I can use it in other projects. So let's make this one blue. And the idea is just to experiment with different colours and see what fits together and what doesn't fit together so well, and see what it looks like. So what goes with red and blue really well? Well, over here, why don't we have some white? I mean, I can make more colours and I can add more, but I want to keep it simple to maybe 5 colours. I don't want to overload it. So we could put in maybe some green here. Oops. Put that back and we'll maybe get some green in here. And maybe in this one we will go back to red again. And we'll knock all of this out. And let's get some red. And I can always get more hardened clay. I have a ton of it in the cabin there from when I went to the mesa. It's just the coal blocks that are really hard to obtain. Yeah, I like that. I really do like that, actually. Kind of suits this building. Still keeps that smooth feeling, but at the same time varies it up a little bit. And we still do have the quartz as well, so I really like that. We'll probably make this one yellow. And it's kind of just building it up from here, really. And picking different colours in different slots. We don't have much red left, unfortunately. I'll just jump into bed here real quick. There we go. And I am going to take a tater. So I'd say now at this point we're done with red. We've done 2 different colours in red. I think that that one right there could be white. There we are. Perfect. And why don't we make this one right here green? We've not had a big green one. We only had a little one over there that was green, so I guess we should make a well, technically it's lime. I didn't really like the dark green so much. Kind of want this to be kind of light and bouncy in here, I guess, rather than being dull and dark. I used the coal blocks to kind of divide it up clearly, and it goes really well with the quartz. So at this point, we've not had a really good sized purple one, so maybe we'll make this one right here purple. There we go. Could even divide that up into 2 if I wanted to. That might be a good idea, actually. Let me see how much coal I've got left in my inventory here. Well, oh, not much. But I could fix that later, maybe. Possibly. Oh, well. Perfect. There we go. So this one, I'm probably going to make blue. There we are. And what else have we got left? Purple. I wanted to make this one purple. And we've already kind of had yellow there. What else have we got here? We haven't used white too much. Well, we used it twice, but white is a good colour to kind of fill in other areas with. I do want to get some more red, and I think I'm going to make this one red. Right here. I think this one will be white. Yeah. We still have, what do we have left here? We have some green, some yellow. We have a decent amount of yellow. We haven't used that too much, actually. Why don't we put some yellow? Maybe not so much over there, but maybe over here. Let's get some yellow in here. We've got that one in the corner. White and yellow. We've already got a decent patch of green there. Maybe blue in there. Again, it doesn't have to follow any real order. It's just meant to look decent and have some sort of sense. I'm going to need a little bit more blue. And we've got green, white, purple, and red. We've got blue over there too, so... I guess it's going to have to be yellow. There we go. Oops. So what do we got here? What does it look like? I mean, it kind of looks like a messed up jigsaw, but that's kind of the intention. We can't really judge it properly yet, as it's not completely finished, but I kind of like the effect that it gives, and it gives a very sort of modernized feel to it, I feel, inside here. You kind of walk in and we've got all these different colours, and it's like a nice explosion when you walk in here. It's an explosion in a good way. Usually lots of colours can make things look bad, but I personally like this. If you want to give any feedback, by the way, you can let me know via the YouTube comments what you think about this. And if there was anything that you would change about it, then I would be curious to hear that, as this is just an experimental idea that I have. And oh man, look at how much quartz I've saved. So much quartz. That will do the entire second floor for sure. Well, maybe not all of it, but a good portion of it, I would have thought. I'm going to have enough to do the second floor now. So I'm going to wrap up this clay here, and we'll probably take a look at it then from above. And I think then we'll actually round the episode off. I think we've done enough for today. So let me get these supplies here and we'll take a look. Alright guys, here we go. This is what it looks like from above, and I actually really like it. It does look a bit odd. It kind of looks like what you would see out of one of those old video games, to be honest with you, but I really like that for some reason. I'm not sure why, but I really do like that for some strange reason. So I hope you do too. I think we'll be sticking with that, and that makes a nice lab first floor. Now, before we head out of here, I do want to talk to you guys a little bit about what the lab actually is, because I've kind of gone over multiple ideas with this lab. There we go. Since I first started building it, and initially it was going to house some various different things. There we go, get rid of that spider. Like a crafting area, an auto smelter, and things like that. But it kind of dawned on me, my farms are over there, so surely and also my central storage hub is going to be under this lake here. Surely it would make sense that my crafting and smelting and brewing should be with all of that stuff, sort of in this general area, and the lab is kind of over here. And what I want to do now with the lab is actually turn this into an access point to a series of tunnels underground which connect to the storage system, connect to different farms and things like that that are not on the surface here. And I also want to use this as kind of an aesthetical part of the build. If you remember when I talked about the master plan, I said I wanted to add some aesthetical details around the landscape here. The lab has almost become one of those things. This is going to be a building which is going to house sort of like exhibits or tests, if you will. I'm thinking of getting some nether quartz ore, putting it in like a glass container, perhaps having some mobs in glass containers, something like that, you know. Maybe some plants that we have that we went and found when we went on the big adventure, sort of maybe in an area like that, and also have maybe down here more so sort of like office areas, and maybe a place out here where you can sit and chill and sort of like that. It's almost like a house, but not a house, if you know what I mean. Gonna have like lots of, almost like a building of sorts that's like a business. Upstairs is where all the tests are going to be, and then there's going to be a staircase somewhere, probably in this corner right here. But I do want it to be near the door, so I may have to think about that a little bit. Which will go underground and into the network of tubes and pipes that I'm going to have all around this base underground, which connect to my various farms and other things that I have in mind to build. So that's kind of my thoughts at the moment with the lab. If you have any ideas for the lab, then let me know. I mean, I've got a couple of ideas, like the flowers in like a container, the mobs, sort of like an office area down here. But I really don't know. There's probably a lot of things in this game that I could put in a lab and would fit very well in a lab, but I just probably can't remember them as I'm recording here. But yeah, there's a couple of ideas. The mobs, the nether quartz ore in a sort of glass container. and also the flower specimens, perhaps. So, just a couple of things out there to kind of throw out. I hope that you have enjoyed today's episode, guys. I hope you like our design here. Bit of a simple, quite fast-paced episode, but I think that this was worthwhile, so I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you next time. So until then, guys, see you later, and have a good day.